All right, we're here with Len Short, founder and chairman of LotLinx, chief bottle washer expert, and you probably have all kinds of free time on your hands.
I do. You know, in between working 24/7, 365 for, what have we been at this, 14 years?
Wow.
You know, but it's starting to pay off.
Well, take us back,
Little
though,
momentum.
because LotLinx is a big data company at this point. What led you? What was the impetus for 14 years ago saying, I've got to create this thing?
You know, we got lucky. The original business concept of the company, which is morphed, you know, you start off thinking you're going in one direction and you kind of morph. We were actually rebuilding window stickers for used cars.
Really?
Like, you know, you get a new car,
Yeah.
you know exactly what's on it, but
Yes.
a used car, not so much, you know? And so what we were doing is, so we started to actually aggregate all of the information, and we were just data junkies. So we started to put together all the information about, all right, here's a car, here's how it's built, here's what's stocked around it on that lot, here's what, you know, is stocked in another lot, you know, here's the initial price, here are all the price movements, here's the weather this car is sitting under. If you got to move a used unit in 30 days, you get a bad couple of weekends, it's going to slow you down, right? So we started to actually get very fascinated
level.
That's
yeah,
great.
literally all of the factors that will impact whether a car sells on time or not. And we've got it down to a refined set of 196 things that influence.
Super refined, 196.
Yeah. Well, there's a
Yeah, I'm
bunch of
sure
factors.
there are.
I mean, every GM knows it.
Yep.
Right? They know, hey, listen, I'm going to have trouble with this because of this. You know, and so all we've
No
done
one
is
ever listed it out
and
started measuring it.
and organized it in a massive data set. And it, you know, in the end, that's the secret sauce. That's the core value. Is, you know, technology becomes ubiquitous. It's the data that's the gold mine. You know, and so it's put us in a position we can now predict within 3 days and $300 when a car is going to actually sell. So you've been operators. What if you knew what was going to carry over before it carried over?
Before it did.
Yeah, because dealers, you know, often you're chasing your problems, right? You buy something, 45 days, you start hitting the markdowns, you know, so you're reacting to a bad situation. You know, this allows you to kind of get up ahead of it, nip it in the bud before it becomes a problem. So big data is the key, and it's the core of our business.
You've seen, obviously, over the last 90, 120 days, a dramatic shift in the market and the speed of retail, especially the speed of turn, both in new and used, right? And entering into, you know, we're fully into Q1 now. How is that data moving, and what should dealers be paying attention to when it comes to their inventory turn?
Yeah. So, you know, it's no secret we're in a bit of a changing market, a bit of a headwind. So we're seeing days supply. You know, luckily inventories came back, but now it's kind of keep coming back, you know.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Remember when we were like, you know what, maybe this is
maybe
when
they'll
the
do it.
OEMs really finally had to reset everyone. We were like, no, why? Human nature.
Yeah,
They
not
make
gonna
money
happen.
when they wholesale vehicles.
Yeah, not going to happen.
Look at all that parking space.
Yeah, so I think, you know, we had a market where, you know, you could make a mistake and it wasn't that punishing. Right? You buy the wrong thing at auction. The market was bailing a lot of operators out. Well, not anymore.
Yeah.
And so we're back to the basics of worrying about carryover inventory. Right? That's, you know, the bigger half of the retail equation isn't what you sell on time. I mean, that's great. That's where you make all your money.
That's where you make money,
But it's what you carry over and how you dispose of that risk. So, you know, what we're talking to dealers, they're seeing this happen on their lots, more supply, deeper discounts, tighter margins, and, you know, higher interest rates. The carryover is really kind of, you know, dragging them down. So, you know, we're all about getting back to the discipline of managing that side of the business, the defense side of the business, right? We were all on offense.
Yep.
It was a great business, so we're chasing the top line. Now you got to actually manage, you know, the defense side of it.
But you have to start playing defense at the start. Like,
Yeah.
if you only play defense in the second half, you're done, right?
There you go.
Because they're going to run up a score in the first half.
I'm not a football guy, but I use football analogies,
Yeah,
and it's a
that's
perfect
not bad.
one. It's true. You know?
Yeah, so you got to start playing defense on day one with your inventory, and I think that's what you're saying. It's like, expose the data to be able to play defense on day one with your inventory and know, hey, is that car potentially going to not make it or into the bucket that I want it to sell in, and it's going to extend past that. What do I do now to make sure that car gets sold?
Because the truth is, and every dealer knows this, listen, if I'm stocked right, I have a great business. Right? If I got the stuff everybody wants, I'm moving, I'm making great gross.
It's like a great restaurant that has the right well and the right top shelf.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Right. So largely that's the core of the business, but it's what spills over that can either make or break you. And getting on top of that. The truth is, and I have the utmost respect for this business and the operators in this business. I've never seen a more resilient set of business people.
Right.
They have more stuff thrown at them and they figure it out. Right. It's a great, but a lot of operators lost discipline in the go-go
common
days.
tale right now.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And so we're back to the basics. I had lunch with an owner, 23 stores, who was telling me some of his guys were starting to ask him, well, when are we going back to normal? And he says, I never say this, I just smile, but I'm like, we are going to normal. You've just never seen normal. The normal car business is a, dog-eat-dog, tough, tight margins. You got to be an excellent operator. And so I think we're coming back to the core disciplines that made the great operators great. Mm-hmm. And, some of the old guys like me are looking back saying, yeah, finally we're back to, what we know. Yeah. And but the great thing is we've got, a universe of dealers who are very tech savvy. They're adopting, I've never seen anything like it with, the interest in true machine learning.
Yep.
There's no barrier.
Nobody's pushing against it.
No.
Everybody's open to it.
No, yeah. They see it happening all around them. They know, literally, I went out
They're interacting with their daily life, so why not?
Why not? I went out last summer, met with over 100 owners, big groups, most of them non-customers, to kind of preview what we were doing, just to get feedback. Like, hey, can I sit down with you, show you what we're doing? And they were all saying the same thing. They're basically saying, hey, this market's going to change. We're going to go back to some of the core disciplines. Some of my people are going to have to learn a whole new way of operating.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Len, it's been so great spending a little time with you today. It's great hearing about the history and what you're paying attention to now. I love the analogy with the defense. I think it's going to be helpful to a lot of people. Thanks so much.
Good. Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good to see you.